The Science Teacher Education Partnerships with Schools project, or STEPS, involves collaboration between 5 universities from across Victoria and Tasmania to explore a school-based approach to teaching primary science education. In this approach, universities work in partnership with local schools to allow pre-service teachers to plan and deliver science units to children.
This approach differs to the more traditional lecture and tutorial model in that we move the teaching and learning into the school. It gives pre-service teachers an opportunity to teach science, which is often not possible during their practicum. It provides a more authentic experience of learning and teaching science, leading to increased confidence and capacity to teach it.
The STEPS project team represents 5 different models of this practice. Common to all of the models is a commitment to quality science education. Either at schools or at university, the university academic provides insights about teaching science and models the teaching of science to the pre-service teachers. There is important linking between theory to practice, as pre-service teachers learn about how to teach science and then trial activities and teaching approaches as they teach science to children and then reflect on their actions.
We've had a long association with the science program and found it to be extremely beneficial in our school. As you well know, for students to learn effectively, they need to be actively and physically involved in their learning. The science program allows that to happen at a very deep level. The pre-service teachers come into our school, they're well planned, they're well resourced and work with small groups of students so that the learning is very personalised and deep.
Working in a school gave us lots of opportunities to see how students interacted with the different lessons that we had developed. It helped us to hone in exactly what it was we wanted the students to learn and how we wanted to teach it.
Getting in there and working with the kids was really good because it gave us a chance to see firsthand their reactions, how engaged they were, and they just really wanted to get in there and have a go and get their hands dirty and be involved. And the questions, I had so many questions to ask, and it was really great just to see how enthusiastic and engaged they were with the lessons that we were preparing. For me, science was a little bit scary, science teacher, Bunsen burners and all of that, so it completely changed it. It's fun, it's engaging, it doesn't have to be boring, it doesn't have to be your traditional science, and the kids loved it.
The pre-service teachers teach science by engaging children using hands-on activities. This enables them to develop skills in questioning and responding to the children's answers. They plan and teach sequences of lessons and develop relationships with the children and the teachers in the schools. They may work with large or small groups of children. They're supervised by the tutor and teacher.
You know what you're doing next lesson?
Yes, we're getting there.
Working it out now, yeah.
With Luke, I turned a worm over a couple of times to see the
Each school-based program is different and customised to meet the needs and constraints of both the school and the university.
So for me, it wasn't until we got back into the tutorials after teaching where we could get together and talk with everyone, not just my partner, but everyone in the class, where we could reflect on what the kids had learned, where their learning was going to go. We could use the 5 E's, with the different, explore, explain. We could just use those to work out where we're going with our next lesson, which was really important.
One of the strengths of the program, Linda, is the students come in and they're aware of what the inquiry is for the term and they plan a sequence of lessons. This is so important because it's so real for the pre-service teachers to plan a sequence of lessons, and while you might have a developmental sequence in mind, the responses that come from the students will to some degree impact on the development of the series of lessons, and the teachers need to be responsive to that. So they're really learning how to develop a strong and sequenced program that's linked to the students' needs and their interests.
So, while it takes some time to initiate and run these programs, they are enormously valuable for students, schools and children. Every partnership will be different. All are valuable. Working together, schools and universities can make putting theory into practice a reality.